Alright, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be making custom effects in the FPS template. If you watched my shorts video, you would have seen that I created a black hole effect, and I'm going to show you how to do just that. Now, if you have a custom view model, it should work just fine. If you want to use the blaster instead of the auto blaster, that's fine. Just follow along, and you'll get it. So let's just jump right in. Start off with a fresh template. And first things first, I'm going to go under replicated storage, under blaster, and into constants. Now I'm going to create a new constant. I'm going to call it black hole, and I'm going to make it equal to black hole. Now we need to remember this name because we're going to need to spell it exactly here in a second. So let's go into starter pack now. I'm going to be using the auto blaster, so let's duplicate it, and I'm going to rename it to black hole gun, just so I can separate the two, and then separate these view models under replicated storage into view models. Duplicate, rename to, I don't know, custom. So let's go back to starter pack, into our black hole gun, into the properties. We're going to go down until we find attributes, and then into the view model. I'm going to say custom because that's the name of the view model that we duplicated. All right, now let's go back up, and we're going to create another attribute. And when I said that we had to copy exactly, this is like exactly where. Black hole. And then we're going to change the type to a Boolean and save. Now, let's set this to true by checking it. And that should be good. Before we close this out, we're actually going to create another folder. And I'm going to rename it to Explosion Effects. Okay. So now let's go into server script service, under blaster, under scripts, and into the blaster script. Now we're going to be creating a couple new functions. So let's make some space. Say local function. We'll say custom explosion. And then we'll say position, if I could spell. All right, so what we're going to be doing is creating a part. So we'll say local part equals instance.new part. Now let's set the properties of the part. Collide equals true. Make it invisible. Let's do the size. And we'll kind of make it small, so we'll do 5 across the board. Say part.position equals our position, and then we'll parent it to the workspace. All right, so that looks good. Now let's make some custom effects. We'll start off with the sound. We'll make a new sound, instance.new sound. We'll say sound.sound ID. I'm gonna leave this blank for now, but we'll say sound.volume equals 1. We'll say sound.parent equals part. Okay, so now we're going to reference our folder in replicated storage. We're going to want to loop through because we're going to put some particle effects in here. And we're going to want to loop through whatever particle effect that we put in there. So to do that, we'll say local explosion folder equals game dot replicate storage dot explosion effects. And we'll say if explosion folder then, and then this is where we're going to loop through. I'll call it emitters in iPairs. Explosion folder get children do. We'll say if emitters is a particle emitter, then say local new emitter equals emitters clone, and we'll say new emitter dot parent equals part, and then new emitter colon emit, we'll say 1,000. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and find a sound that I like and some particle emitters using the toolbox. So find ones you like and put them in the like if you find some particle effects, put it in the folder here. If you've found a sound, you can copy the ID and fill in this space here. But I'm gonna go find mine. I shall be back. All right, I'm back. So I found some particle effects. They got a lot of good ones in the workspace. Um, uh, this particle effect is good by FIFO, and then I just found a random sound. So yeah, I just took the particle effect I like, I duplicated it, and I put it in my folder here. And then I copied the sound ID, and then all I gotta do is just paste it in here. Okay. So let's call our sound. It's like sound colon play. Now we're gonna say for when the part is touched, we'll say part dot touch colon connect function. We'll take this out. We'll say hit, and then we'll say make another variable for humanoid equals hit dot parent find first child of class humanoid. We'll say if humanoid, then humanoid take damage. We'll say 100. We'll create another function. call it create effect. We'll say part strength. We'll create another loop. Say obj in pairs. We'll say workspace colon get descendants do. And then we'll create another variable for the humanoid root part. We'll say humanoid part equals obj dot parent colon find first child humanoid root part. We'll then say if humanoid part, then we'll create another variable for local direction. We'll say part dot velocity. No. Position. And then we'll minus that by our humanoid part dot position. And then we'll say dot unit. Now we can say humanoid part dot velocity equals humanoid part dot velocity. We'll say plus direction, and then we'll multiply that by our strength. This is so it grabs the anything that has a humanoid root part. I think that's it for that. We'll say for I equals 1, 60 do, and then we want to call our create effect. And then we'll say part. And now we're going to give it a strength. Let's do 50 for now. And then we'll wait 0.1. And then we'll say part colon destroy. And that's pretty much it for all this. So now we need to do is go down into our shoot event and find our damage here. We'll go right under here. Okay. Yeah, that works pretty good. Um, let's just make a bunch, huh? All right, let's test this out. It's a little too strong. Let's try 10. Um, say 5. Still very strong. Let's try 1. That's a little too weak. But yeah, you could just mess around with this number here and just till you get like the right amount of strength. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's make more. Here we go. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's turn it up. All right, guys. I think that's gonna be it for the video. Have fun with it. If you like the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.